Welcome to the 10th part in Testing the Internet series. Part 10, Dynamic Controls, Toggle Visibility. In the previous video, you learned how to handle controls being added or removed from the DOM. In this video, you will learn how to detect elements changing their visibility. Testing these elements can be tricky. Have you faced challenges like elements loading too late, disappearing after interaction, or tests failing because the UI didn't behave as expected? These issues often occur because of asynchronous loading, animations, JavaScript-based DOM updates, or delayed server responses. That's where Leapwork makes things easy. Let's see how. We'll walk through a simple test case with two examples. The first is a hidden text label called Hello World that appears a few seconds after clicking a start button. Our test will detect the exact moment it becomes visible. The second example covers another dynamic element scenario, which we'll explore in the next video. For now, let's jump in and create the automation flow. Let's launch the test case page using the Start Recorder. We'll capture the Start button and click it. Then we'll capture the Hello World message to locate its presence. That's all we need. Let's save and close the recorder. Next, we'll expand the Find Web element block. Here, we can check if the element we selected is actually visible on the screen with the help of Visible property. To do that, we'll add a compare block to see if the visibility property is set to true. We use this property because just locating an element isn't enough. Sometimes it's present in the code, but not actually visible to us. So we add a compare block to check if the visible property is true, meaning the element is actually displayed. If the element is visible, we add a pass block to mark the test as successful, confirming we can see the Hello World text. If it's not visible yet, the test will keep checking every second until the element appears. That's what an incorrect property does. It checks if Hello World is visible before it actually shows up, making the test fail. We'll set timeout to wait just 1 second between each check to see if the element has become visible or not. It would be enough time to catch visibility quickly without delaying the test. Our flow is ready to be executed. Let's run it and observe the automation in action. And yes, our flow is executed successfully. First, Leapwork opens Chrome and loads the test page. It then clicks the Start button, which triggers the content to begin loading. Right after that, the flow starts checking for the Hello World message. At first, the element is found, but it's not visible yet, so the comparison returns false. Leapwork keeps checking repeatedly, once every second, until the visibility condition is met. Finally, the visible property returns true, confirming that the element is now shown on screen. And yes, our flow is passed. That's how Leapwork handles dynamic content effortlessly, with smart retrees and visual logic, all without writing a single line of code. Now, let's quickly recap the flow we followed in our automation scenario. We started by capturing the Start button and the Hello World message using the recorder. Then, we used the Find Web element block to locate the message on the screen. To check its visibility, we added a compare block and set it to wait until the visible property became true. Finally, we added a pass block to mark the test as successful once the message appeared. What you learned. Through this simple flow, you learned how to handle dynamic elements that appear with a delay, with smart waits and zero complexity. Give this exercise a try yourself and see how much faster your automation can be. Moreover, to keep learning or if you ever feel stuck, explore our documentation, knowledge base, and reach out to support if needed. The answers are just a click away. Thank you for staying with us and see you in the next automation journey.